Hello world, it is my pleasure to welcome you to SpeakLife365. My name is Boles, and I am excited to bring you this awesome content that I have put together for the entire world to have. And the simple purpose of this education series that we're going to be embarking on for the next 52 weeks of the year in 365 days. I'm starting in 2014 and finishing up in 2015 is simply to inspire you to do more. There are a lot of people that do not know the power of life and death being in the tongue, but more importantly in the mind, but first even starting in the heart. And I want to bring this information to light. I want everyone in the world that has the power of the internet at their fingertips to achieve great life, because we are living in a great time. There has been no better time to live but in the time that we are living in today. So the simple inspiration again for Speak 365 is just bringing the opportunity of the tongue to move your environment to surround you of what you really want. And this inspiration actually came to me just sitting in my beautiful home, not really doing anything that day, just taking some downtime to just relax from a very extreme busy day and a successful day. And I was just thinking about, what I was really thankful for this Thanksgiving 2014. And I had been very successful in my very short years of living. I had been very successful at meeting people. I had been very blessed about traveling to different locations, seeing different sites, and just being involved with so many great things. And I just thought about how many people that will probably never achieve the level of success, see the places, or meet the people that I have met. But I said, well, I have the internet at my fingertips. And so I always listen to my heart. I always listen to my intuition, and something told me to just start making videos, make a series called Speak Life 365. And just speaking inspiration into people that don't know the power of what's out here in the world, don't know the power of what's living inside of them. And so I definitely have to give almighty thanks to the Lord for speaking this vision into me, speaking this purpose, speaking this passion into me, and bringing this content, because I had been on a journey of studying people, studying information, and what has helped me become a better person, not only in business, but in my relationship with my family, in my relationship in my community, with my fraternity, with people that I meet. It just overall has made me a happy person. So it is my privilege to share with you a lot of secrets that I have learned just studying these successful people. It is my privilege to share with you a lot of secrets that I have learned by just studying our world, studying what we're really here to do, what's really inside of us. And I just want to be able to speak life into you for the next 52 weeks of a year. So every Friday, you will be receiving content from this internet, from my YouTube channel, from my Facebook, from my Twitter, from my Instagram, talking about speaking life into you, into your environment, into your family's environment, 365 days of the year. I'm not for sure if anybody has ever done it. Quite frankly, I really don't care, because it is something that I am destined to do for you. Regardless of what anybody will tell me about this content, I'm going to do it for you. That is what I'm thankful for. I am thankful for being able to have the power of words, being able to change someone's life by simply saying, hey, good job. Hey, you're successful. Hey, go get them and keep going each and every day you wake up. So I thank everybody for tuning in. It's going to be a great next 52 weeks of the year. It's going to be a great 365 days closing out 2014 and closing out 2015. I couldn't wait until January 1, 2015 to start this content. It was so heavy on my heart that I needed to get it out. I needed to get it going. So it's going to be my privilege to share with you a lot about my life, a lot about my background, a lot about my success, and allowing you to use that to make your life successful, to pass that information on to your family, to your friends, to your children, to your coworkers, to your employees, and just making your life even better. So that's really the introduction of what we're going to be talking about, again, for the next 52 weeks. Every Friday, you're going to be able to find this content, again, either on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or anywhere on social media where this video gets reposted. Because once it goes viral, that's the beauty about what we have with the internet. There's nobody who can stop it. So simply just search me on the web, Marcus Boles. You can also find me on a great professional networking site called LinkedIn. You will always be able to find out what I am doing and how I'm speaking life into you each and every day. So I really want to start off in our first video series, just talking about my background. You know, everyone has a story, and that is what I have really learned when studying the individuals that I have studied. And I'll definitely share with you some of the individuals I've studied over the past and other videos to come. But simply stories. See, I learned that stories sell and facts tell. Everyone wants to know what your story is. See, my story is very simple, but also very extreme at the same time. See, I grew up in a town and in a city called Kansas City, Missouri. I was born and raised there 18 years of my life, but I currently now reside in Memphis, Tennessee, where I had met my beautiful fiance, and we are embarking on the journey of life together. But there in Kansas City, growing up with my mother, growing up with my father, my grandmother, my uncles, and my grandfathers, I had a very, very large extended family, but definitely my internal family, we were very close as well. But it was different for me growing up that I learned when I started going to school. See, my father, he was and is still a very goal-driven, oriented guy. And I have a lot of his qualities and characteristics inside of me. And I definitely thank him for spending a lot of time with me and definitely sending me on a path for success, but also finding out how to get down that journey on my own, but with provision from an almighty source that no one can stop me of. So on my mother, she was, of course, the very loving, caring, nurturing side of me, as well as my grandmother. And I definitely thank them for those characteristics that I have inside of me. But I really grew up in a two-parent household. My mother stayed with my grandmother, helping her out and just achieving the great success that they had together. And my father actually just stayed like 5-10 minutes away from me. So even though I grew up in a two-parent household, it was just like it was one, because every weekend or every other weekend or sometimes multiple times throughout the week, I would see my father. He would come over. We would go out and go to different events, and he would, be in the yard playing basketball with me, baseball with me, and all of those things, not knowing then they were going to be so benefiting to my life going forward. And so I just remember one time that we were in the backyard just playing basketball, and all I really wanted to do was be an NBA player. I really wanted to be the best. I wanted to be not the next Michael Jordan, but better than Michael Jordan. And my father said to me one time, he said, "Son, all you have to do is just continue to practice. Whether I am out here with you or not, you have to continue to practice." And that stuck with me, because growing up and then now where I'm at today, I have learned that is all what life is about. Life is about practice. Life is about how much time you spend on your craft, whether it be your family, whether it be your relationships, whether it be your job, your business, whatever it is, you must practice at it. And so I really love that characteristics, and I have been able to turn that into power of motivation, inspiration, to keep going and keep practicing every day to become the best Marcus that I can be for the world, to be the best Marcus that I can be for my family, for people who are dependent on me that I don't even know yet. But I really commend him and thank him for that characteristic that he's spoken to me. But growing up in my home was not always easy. We were definitely very competitive. We were always making sure that we were going to be the next best at whatever it is that we were doing, whether it be a video game, whether it be on the computer, whether it be making music, basketball, driving go-karts, and just, loving that time. We were always very competitive, but I always found myself to be the youngest of the bunch. See, my closest brother was 5 years older than me. So I'm actually really what I consider myself 5 years ahead of my time, because even my closest cousins that I hung around, they were still 4 to 5 years older than me. So I got exposed to life at a very rapid pace. And that always challenged me, because even when I even started playing basketball, I started playing basketball with guys 2 or 3 years older than me. And it always made me seem like I was coming in last place, because I wasn't strong enough, I wasn't wise enough, I wasn't big enough, I wasn't mentally mature. But at the same time, it kept me practicing on getting better at my craft, which is being better at life. So that is really what I wanted to share with you in this first series, in this first part of the video. And what we're doing with SpeakLife365 is to practice. Start studying your story. Start studying, where you really came from, and enjoy the journey that you have had. Whether you had a discombobulated household, or growing up, or whatever it may be, that is actually your fuel. That is actually your motivation to be successful in the world. See, you were put in that situation. You were put into that family not by mistake. It was meant to be. So speak that into your future. Speak those inspirations. Speak those lifelong lessons. Speak those situations that you went through into your life, into your future, and grow from it. So definitely think about that for the next week. What is your story? What is your journey? Where are you headed, and where have you come from? But don't allow where you come from be the direction that you want to head. So always remember that the power of life and death is in the tongue, but more importantly, it's in the mind. But first, you must believe in the heart to where you want to go. God bless. I'll see you next week. Speak Life 365.